जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो गंधर्विका गिरिधारी जीव की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो श्री श्री राधा नयन नाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस सचिशिला भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस सचिशिला भक्ति दैत माधव गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस सचिशिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। जय परमहंस शिला गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय शिशिला सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय वैष्णव सार्वभौम शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासुदेव गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गो गोवर्धन वृंदावन श्री राधा कुंद श्याम कुंदात्मक श्री ब्रज मंदिर की जय। जय श्री नवदीप धाम की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जय श्री बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ श्री सुदर्शन चक्र जीव की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्वविघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय श्री हरिवासर तिथि भरा की जय। जय श्री इंदिरा एकादशी तिथि भरा की जय। जय श्री एकादशी व्रत की जय। जय व्रत पालन करी भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री अम्बरीश महाराज की जय। जय श्री श्रीवास अंगने श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन करी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। वंदे हम श्री गुरो श्री जुता पाद कमला श्री गुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च शुद्ध भक्ता चरणरेणु भजनयोनुकूल भक्त सेवा परम सिद्धि प्रेमलोति करमूल माधवतीति भक्ति जननी जातने पालन कोरी कृष्ण बसती बसती बोली परमाया दरे बोरी गौरायामार जेसावस्थाने करालो ब्राह्मणरांगे शेषावस्थाना हेरि बोयामि Pranayi bhakata songe Mridanga baddha shunite mon Avasara sadajache Gora bihito kirtana shuni Anande hridoyo nache Jugala murti dekhiamor Paramaya nanda hoy Prasada seva korite hoy Sakala prapancha joy Jedino grihe bhajana dekhi Grihete goloko bhai Charana sidhu dekiya gonga Sukhona sima pai Tulasi deki juraya pran Madhava toshani jani Gaura priya shaka sevone Jivano sarthaka mani Bhakati vinoda Krishna bhajane Anukulo paijaha Prati divose paramasuke Shikara koro yetaha Shudha bhakata charanarenu Bhajanayanu Bhakata seva paramasiddhi Premaloti karamula Jaya Madhava Titi Jaya Ekadashi Titi Jaya Madhava Titi Jaya Ekadashi Titi Jaya Madhava Titi Jaya Harivasar Titi Jaya Madhava Titi Jaya Harivasar Titi Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare Hari Bol 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 Today is very auspicious day, but there is some difference also today. Today, according to our mat, Sri Chaitanya Gauriya mat, calculation for Slovenia, today is Indira Ekadashi. But some other mats, they are following Ekadashi tomorrow for this area. So why this happens? Because Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur used that old, very old almanac PM Bhakti, and Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur also used that one. And Srila Bhakti Kushum Shraman Gosai Maharaj, after Prabhupada, also used, and our Gurudev was that time in Chaitanya Mat, and he learned from this Bhakti Kushum Shraman Gosai Maharaj how to calculate according to, he told him, according to PM Bhakti. But there is also some other modern calculation, so they are using some different system, and also they are accepting sunrise when there is a middle part of sun comes out, and some are taking when the disk comes out. There is some slight difference, so sometimes some difference comes in calculation, but we should not be so much worried about this or think it is a problem, or think if it is today, then it is today, cannot be tomorrow, and if it is tomorrow, then it cannot be today. Such logic we cannot apply here. Why? First we have to consider one thing. The Krishna is supreme law. He is not under any law, physical law, because he created all physical laws, and he can change at any time. Like now, physical law is that items, they will fall down by gravitation. But if Krishna wills, he can change, then items will go up. He can change anytime. It is not that he is under laws. He is creating laws. So, if you just consider, according to Shastra, on Ekadashi day, in grains, all kinds of sinful activities, they enter inside. If you eat grains on Ekadashi, then it is same as committing all kinds of sins, up to, it is stated in Shastra, up to eating cow's meat. So Shastra tells one should not eat grains on Ekadashi, and of course you will find Karma Kanda Shastra, they will encourage people to follow Ekadashi, giving some baits, some like material benefits. They will show if you will follow Ekadashi, then you will get son, or you will get money or something. So people, those who are ignorant, they will be ready to follow Ekadashi for getting those benefits. It is like when doctor says to child, I will give you rasgulla if you take this medicine. Then child is ready, otherwise he will not be ready. So gradually he can understand. So that Ekadashi Mahatmya book, that was written for Karma Kand section, not for devotees. Devotees, they follow exclusively for the satisfaction of Krishna as one limb of devotional practice, one of the 10 most important one. Mahaprabhu, by his own example, was following. He also requested his mother Sachi Devi to follow, and Sanatana Goswami wrote about it according to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's order. So the point is, Shastra says that on that day sins enter. But like before, like if today is not Ekadashi, then I have rice in my pot. Then there is no sins. Then tomorrow, if tomorrow is Ekadashi, then sins, how they will enter? And then next day, on Dvadashi, again there will be no sins. How this is possible? Scientists, they will ask, what is this? Bogus. Mythology. But it is not bogus. It is by the will of Krishna like that. You can offer rice and everything to Supreme Lord on Ekadashi and he will take. But we are not taking on that day. Mahaprabhu also in Puri, when they brought Mahaprasad of Jagannath, Mahaprabhu gave Dandavat Pranam, respect, but he said, tomorrow I will take, not that day. So how this is possible? Today there are sins, and tomorrow there will be no sins. How this is possible? Same rice. The thing is, it is by the will of Krishna. So what is the will of Krishna? That is true. Like hypnotist. What Krishna will show you to be true, that is true. And he can show one thing to me and another thing to another. And both will be true. Like when Mahaprabhu was dancing in front of Ratha Yatra, then everyone thinking Mahaprabhu is only in our group, and it was reality. And the same time, Mahaprabhu was in all groups. Prataparudra king saw. So when they asked Srila Bhakti Rakshidhar Dev Gosai Maharaj, why is it that in Bhagavatam Shukadev Goswami is saying that sun is more close to the earth than the moon? If modern scientists, they say the sun is more far than the moon. Then he said there are two explanations. One is moon is less connected with the earth than sun. Sun is more intimately, emotionally connected with the earth than the moon. So like there are two friends, they may be living very far off, but they are very close in their heart. So physical distance does not make closeness, but that emotional bond. So sun and earth, they are a more emotional bond. So that is why they are more close than the moon. It is not distance considered here, physical. And another thing is, he said, but my position is even more radical. The thing is, what Krishna shows to Shukadev Goswami, that is reality. If Krishna wants to show to Shukadev that sun is more close to the moon, sun is more close to earth than moon, then that will be reality. It will be fact. So if Shukadev Goswami says, it is a fact. So it is very difficult to understand these points until you understand who is Krishna and what is his creation, what is his position. Like another example is there. Dhritarashtra was blind by birth, so he could not see. But when there was Rajaswa Yagya, then people who saw Krishna, they all praised his beauty, his form, so beautiful. Dhritarashtra was hearing. Then he requested Krishna, can you please remove my blindness for just few moments? I want to see this, your beautiful form, and then you can give me back my blindness. Then Krishna said, there is no need for me to remove your blindness. I just say, you will see me, and you will see me. By my order, I will say, you will see me, you will see me. No need to remove blindness. Means, ultimately is Krishna's will, not any physical law, their reality, and that is abstract, fictitious. Like, no, it's just the opposite. Krishna is deciding what is reality. And he can change at any moment all these physical laws in creation, everything he can change. That is why Srila Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj told, this your scientific research is all wild goose chasing. You are chasing that wild goose, but it is not possible to catch. So like that, scientists, they think by scientific research we will know what is the reality. We will come to conclusion, but there is no conclusion because Krishna at any time may change. What is true today, some physical law, may not be tomorrow if Krishna changes. So like that, ultimately is Krishna's will, everything. So if Krishna inspires some devotee to serve him in one way, and he is inspiring another devotee in another way, both Krishna will accept, though their service may be totally in opposition. That is, Krishna creates such variety. Like, for example, Srila Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj gave that example. Mother Jashoda, she is having Vatsalya Bhav. So when it is evening, then Krishna is watching those sports, then Jashoda calls Krishna to come to sleep. And she wants that Krishna should sleep early, otherwise there will be some problem in his health. He wants to see those sports more and more and more, but Yashoda is again and again calling. Then ultimately she comes there and stops those elderly Gopas to show sports and takes Krishna and puts him to sleep. Otherwise his health will be spoiled. But Radharani and Gopis, they want Krishna should come to the forest to meet them. So these two services are in opposition. But Krishna accepts both, and he created both services. So Krishna goes to bed and shows to Mother Jashoda that he is sleeping. And Mother Jashoda thinking, oh, Krishna is sound sleep. And he does. Then when Jashoda goes to sleep, then Krishna secretly he will wake up and he will go to forest. But both is service. So like that, Krishna is original Guru, Samasti Guru, and there may be many his personal associates, gurus, who will serve him in the way Krishna wants, like in Golok Vrindavan, so many servitors. And also when gurus here in this world, they will attract jivas for the service of Krishna, they may have some slightly different approaches or styles like this, but Krishna is accepting what pure devotee devises for the service of Krishna or is inspired by Krishna, that Krishna will accept. And there are so many varieties of this. So if we, like one bona fide guru will say, today is Ekadashi, according to this calculation, then if I follow the instruction of my Gurudev, today is Ekadashi, Krishna will accept my service today for Ekadashi. And if some other bona fide guru will say, tomorrow is Ekadashi, and his disciple will follow Ekadashi tomorrow, he will do service to Krishna. Krishna will accept. So it is not that it must be only today or only tomorrow, otherwise it is impossible. No, in Krishna consciousness there is no such narrow thing. It is very broad. Krishna will accept the service of different kinds of devotees. Krishna can make Ekadashi, like for me, sins in rice for me today, and it will be correct, effect. And for someone else, same in Slovenia person, one another person in Slovenia, Krishna can make Ekadashi for him tomorrow because his guru calculated in that way. And Krishna is accepting all services like that. So we cannot put scientific calculation on the Achintya Shakti of Krishna. Then we will lose everything. Like our Gurudev told that example, one devotee, one elderly lady devotee, she wanted to serve Krishna in Vatsalya Bhav, like Yashoda. But Krishna is there with Yashoda. How she can serve? And Yashoda will not allow. So then one day that lady in Nandagram, she kidnapped Krishna suddenly when he was taking bath, when he was out of house, in that lake they are taking bath, she kidnapped and took in the forest, and there she adored him and took care of him and dress him and feed him, breast me, everything. Did full service in Vatsalya Bhav. Then she was satisfied. Then she said, okay, now I will take you back to Mother Jashoda because she's missing you and I kidnapped you. I wanted to serve you, but now I'm satisfied. I serve you, so now I will take you back. Then Krishna said, no need. I am there also with Yashoda. Krishna can be here and Krishna can be there same time. There is no limitation on Krishna. When Krishna descends in this world, in Vrindavan, in some material universe, he really descends. But at the same time in Golok Vrindavan also he is doing pastime. And in one material universe this pastime, in another universe another pastime. Like here he is doing the pastime of birth. Then he will do like killing of Putana, but in another material universe he will do pastime of birth. How this is possible? Because the point is we cannot limit Krishna. We have this material experience, material mind, all these things, so we think everything in material terms. But Krishna is beyond this. He is unlimited. Or they asked Sai Maharaj one time, how is it possible that Krishna is walking so far every day for grazing cows and then coming back and in such short period like this? Then Sai Maharaj said, because Dham can contract. Like Dham is like this, then can contract in within moment. Krishna can come from very far distance. He is at home. So that reality is different than what we experience with this material senses here, material world. And even this is not fixed. If Krishna wants to change, he can change anytime. Like in Bible, God said, let there be water, there was water. Let there be earth, or that it is by his will. So by his will today can be Ekadashi for one person and same place Ekadashi for another person, and Krishna will accept that service, that bhav, if we are following the guidance of bona fide guru. And there are varieties, so we should not be so much concerned. Someone will see, oh, Madan Gopal wrote Indira Ekadashi. Today is Ekadashi, not tomorrow. I took already bread. So you should not worry. That is why I wrote there in Slovenia, and also I'm explaining now for our math. So sometimes this difference, you should not be worried. The main point is Krishna's will is everything, and Krishna's will is that there are varieties of services, even contradictory to each other, and Krishna is accepting, and there are gurus also by Krishna's will, many Vyasti gurus. One is Samasti Guru, overall Guru is Krishna, and then the Vyasti gurus are individual gurus, and they have different approaches. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered Sanatana Goswami to write, so those who will follow Ekadashi tomorrow, you can hear today and apply tomorrow, that to Sanatana Goswami he said, you write that devotees should follow Ekadashi for the satisfaction of Krishna. How? By giving up all enjoyments on that day and giving up all sinful activities, and with all good qualities, which means with devotion to Supreme Lord, they should do upavas. Upavas has two meanings. One is fasting from those things which are prohibited, grains, beans, these things. And in Kali Yuga, some items are allowed which will not break fast: fruits, roots, milk, sugar, ghee, then milk products, then medicine if life-threatening circumstance, and order of pure Brahmin or order of pure Guru. Like, this is also one example. If Guru will order his disciple on Ekadashi to eat rice for some purpose, then in that rice there will be no sins inside. It will be devotion. Like our Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he sent our Parangurdev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Madhav Goswami Maharaj, he sent him for some important work for preaching somewhere on Janmashtami day, and he told him, you take rice today because you have to travel and you need strength and you have to do that work. It is very important. So you take rice. Still our Parangurdev did not take, but because he said, no, I will manage. But if he would take, then there is no sin, because Guru is one with Krishna, and for some reason he is telling, or pure Brahmin, we heard from Prithu Maharaj, they will do for the satisfaction of Krishna. So in that case, Krishna will, like someone will say, no, scientifically, you already said that on Ekadashi there are sins in grain, so he will take, then he will get, surely. No, I will get if I will take rice, but if someone gets this order from Guru, you should take rice, then he will not get. How this is possible? By the will of Krishna. So we cannot apply these things. So, and fasting, and then of course how much we can fast, like some can do without water, some can do with water, some can do with juice, some can do with fruits, some can do with roots, potato. Some will only fast, will not take grains, but will take everything else, salad, tomato, carrot, everything they will take. In Gauriya Math, generally not. In Gauriya Math, only potato and fruits and nuts, these things, not very big things. And how much one can, but the point is you should not fast so beyond your capacity that whole day you will only think about food. Then the purpose will be lost, because the purpose of sadhana is smartabhyo vishnur satatam vismartabhyo na jatuchit sarve vidhi nisheda syur etayoreva kinkara. The purpose of all sadhana is to give us remembrance of Krishna and to not forget him. So if someone, like our Gurudev gave one example, when they were going by train, then one brahmachari, he was thinking, I will not eat anything. And they were traveling, it was hot and everything. So he was suffering so much, he did not want to drink, not fruits, nothing. Others they took, but he was not. So he was so much suffering and always thinking of that food. He was not thinking about Krishna, but he was thinking about that pain and tapasya. That is not purpose. If it is too much, then it is better than you take those items which are not prohibited and think of Krishna. Chant his name, hear Harikatha. Not that he was suffering so much, he was only lying down and he covered his body with wet gamsha and in pain and everything. He could not do any service. So that is not the purpose. Purpose is you have to do service. So if you need, then you take those items which are not prohibited, fruits, roots, these things, and do Shravan Kirtan, Harinam, Deity worship. That is better. But we find, so this is Mahaprabhu's order, and Upavas, another meaning is you have to reside near Krishna. Krishna is transcendental. We are on material platform. How we can reside near Krishna? We have to go to him, but we cannot go to him unless we are surrendered. So by surrendering to Krishna, he will accept us near to him. But that full surrender is also difficult. So in Kali Yuga, it is this easy process has been given, that Krishna himself came down to us in the form of his holy name to give us scope of his service. So if we chant his name, then we will be near Krishna, because Krishna and Krishna's name, they are non-different. And this same was shown by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shri Hari Basare Hari Kirtana Vidan Nritya Arambilo Prabhu Jagatero Pran Punyavanta Shrivasangane Shuvaramba Utilo Kirtana Dvani Gopala Govinda Hari O Ram Ram Hari O Ram Ram. In Chaitanya Bhagavat it is mentioned that on Ekadashi day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the life of this world, because he is giving prem, that is real necessity, Shri Hari Vasare Hari Kirtana Vidan. He told it is the scriptural injunction to do Hari Kirtan. In Kali Yuga, Hari Kirtan is the process. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started dancing, and where? In Srivas Thakur's house, because Srivas is pure devotee. So his house is Vaikuntha or Goloka. Because bhajan is there, Krishna is in the center. In that pure place, that is also Dham, Punyavanta Shubharamba, Mahaprabhu started that Nama Sankirtan, Gopal Govinda, that very loud sound, it touched to the sky and pierced to the sky, went to Vaikuntha, such loud chanting, Utilo Kirtana Dvani, Gopala Govinda, Hari O Ram Ram, Hari O Ram Ram. And they were singing Hari and Ram Ram. Hari and Ram Ram. That means Hari O Ram Ram. And in English, Hari and Ram. Like Krishna and Balaram. Or Krishna and Ramchandra, like this. And so the Nama Sankirtan, and they started from early morning after Ani Gayatri. They started. Mahaprabhu called all his associates. They started, and whole day, whole night, they were doing Nama Sankirtan in great ecstasy, without eating, sleeping, drinking, in full ecstasy. And when the night was over, they were disappointed. Why it finished so early? And it is in Bhagavatam you will find, when Krishna was doing Ras Lila, he made it by his own will. Again, his will comes into play. By his own will, he made that one night of Ras Lila as long as one night of Brahma. That is very long, 14 manus time, very long. But by Krishna's will, it was that one night was long like one night of Brahma. Still gopis felt why it finished so quickly. Because when it is good ecstasy, then you feel it is passing quickly. But if you are suffering, then it goes very slow. So here also in Srivasangan, one night was long as Brahma's night, by Mahaprabhu's will. He is God. So if you see on watch, then you will see it is correct. It was long, one night of Brahma. It was long by Mahaprabhu's will. One night was long as one night of Brahma. But devotees, they felt, why it finished so quickly? Because in ecstasy. But we cannot do, our Gurudev told, they have Siddha Dehas, they have perfect transcendental bodies. We cannot do, but we should do as much as possible. We should increase our bhajan on Ekadashi day, because you will get 1,000,000 times more benefit than on any other day, especially if you do in Dham and in association with devotees, mainly Nama Sankirtan. But we find in SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM that Ambarish Maharaj, he was living in Satya Yuga. and he was the ruler of whole world, owner of the whole world, and he had unlimited wealth. But he was not attached to it, thinking this is mine. He was thinking this has got no value. It is temporary. He was not attached, nothing. Why? There it is mentioned, because he had love for Supreme Lord and his devotees. How he got it? By doing sadhana, sincerely. He did 9 forms of devotion, all 9. It is mentioned there. He was thinking of Krishna. By his own hand he was worshipping Krishna. He was hearing about Krishna, speaking about Krishna, cleaning the temple, though he was king. He did everything by himself. He engaged all his ministers to rule the kingdom, but he himself engaged in the service of Krishna, and together with his wife. Wife was also pure devotee. And there it is written that gradually he could conquer all anarthas. By that sincere sadhana, he became pure devotee, and he ordered in his kingdom, means all over the world, that every citizen, they have to hear Harikatha. Compulsory. So because they were hearing Harikatha, they got higher bliss. So it is written in Bhagavatam, they lost all other desires, like for heavenly planets or anything. They did not desire anything, because getting higher taste. So this is real proper ruler, pure devotee, and engages others in the service of Krishna, like Prithu Maharaj we are hearing now. So Ambarish Maharaj, he was following Ekadashi with his wife together in Madhuvan, in Brajamandal. And how he was following? On Dashami day, 10th lunar day, he ate only one time, that is noon time, lunch. On Ekadashi day, not eating, not drinking, not sleeping, only bhajan. And on Dvadashi day, only one time eating after breaking fast. Only one time. In this way, they could do in Satya Yuga. Some can do also in Kali Yuga, exceptional cases like our Srila Bhakti Gaura by Kanash Gosai Maharaj, Prabhupada's disciple. Even before he joined the mat, he was Brahmin and he was very advanced. He did every Ekadashi like this. But it is not necessary for all, as I told. Main important is to do kirtan. And if you need to take, you can take. There is no harm. So you know the story. Only in short I am remembering for my purification. He was following Ekadashi. And on Dvadashi day, he saw that Durvasa Rishi came to his that area, and he invited him, you please come and take prasad in my house. You are a great saint. So Ambarish Maharaj was inviting all Brahmins and everyone to feed them, then he will break fast. So Durvasa Rishi then went to Jamuna and he was meditating there, and he lost the sense of time. So he was not coming. Ambarish Maharaj was waiting, but it was dilemma that now the time for breaking fast will come. If I will not break fast, then I will commit offense to Vishnu. If I will eat something before I feed my guest, then I will commit offense to him. It is very difficult situation. Then he consulted Brahmins who know Shastra. They told him, since you followed Ekadashi without even drinking, you can take water, because in Shastra it is mentioned that if you take water, it is same as eating or not eating, both. So Ambarish Maharaj then took with one kusha grass, he took one drop of Charanamrita, of Vishnu's Charanamrita, to break fast. But Durvasa Rishi could understand that Ambarish Maharaj took something. He became very angry and he said, you are a king, everyone is seeing you what you are doing, everyone is following you, you are making such bad example to eat before you feed your guest. It is very bad, so no one should follow this example, so I have to give exemplary punishment that no one will follow these things. So he put one hair, threw on the ground, one demoness came, Kriti, female. She came to kill Ambarish Maharaj. Ambarish Maharaj was just folded his hands. He did not take any defense or anything. What is by nothing can happen without the will of Supreme Lord. What is his will happen. He accepted. But because Ambarish Maharaj was fully protected by Supreme Lord, because he was fully surrendered, so Supreme Lord already ordered Sudarshan Chakra before, you protect Ambarish Maharaj in all time. Then Sudarshan Chakra appeared, killed that demoness and went after Durvasa. Durvasa was running everywhere in whole universe, in the ocean, in the sky, in elements, because he's yogi. He tried everywhere but could not escape Sudarshan. Sudarshan is also everywhere. Krishna is omnipresent. His weapon is also omnipresent. He could not escape. Then he went to Brahma. He prayed to him, you please rescue me. Brahma said, people think I am creating, I am the creator, but that is not true. By imparted power of Vishnu, I can create. I am not independent. I am dependent on you. This is his weapon. I cannot rescue you from this. Then Durvasa went to Shiva, his father. Durvasa is partial manifestation from Shiva coming. So he prayed to Shiva, you please rescue me. Then Shiva told, people think I am destroying this universe, but it is not true. By imparted power of Vishnu, I can destroy, not independently. I am dependent on him. This is his weapon. I cannot rescue you. You have to go to Vishnu. I am blessing you. Go to Vaikuntha and take shelter of Vishnu. Then Durvasa, by the blessing of Shiva, he could go to Vaikuntha. Because Shiva is pure devotee. So by his blessing, he could go. Then he submitted to Vishnu, Narayan, that you please forgive me. I did wrong. I admit. So please rescue me. Then nothing happened. Because he was saying, you are Vishwanath, master of the world. I am in this world. You please rescue me. You are Jagannath. You are Ananta, unlimited. So your compassion is also unlimited. So if you cannot grace me, then you cannot be unlimited. Then Narayan told him, from where compassion is coming? It is coming from the heart. My heart was already stolen by Ambarish Maharaj. I am in his heart, or my heart is in him, and his heart is in me. So you already, how I can, my heart is not with me. How I can rescue you? And also, you went to Brahma and to Shiva. What they told? Then Durvasa said, they said they are dependent on you. Then Supreme Lord Vishnu also said, Aham Bhakta Paradino. I am also dependent on my devotee. I have no desire to live without my devotees. You think Ambarish Maharaj is some ordinary attached householder. It is not true. When you put that demoness to kill him, he did not take one step back. But you are running everywhere to save your life. So he is not attached. He has no attachment to this world. He gave up everything for me. So you have to go to him. If you get thorn in your feet, then you cannot take it out from your head. You have to take from the feet. So you committed offense to Ambarish Maharaj. I have love for Ambarish Maharaj. more than I love myself. You have to go to him, you have to beg for his forgiveness. Then Durvasa had to go and he surrendered to Ambarish. Ambarish Maharaj was waiting for him for 1 year, did not take any food. He was waiting for his guest to come. And when Durvasa Rishi was giving Dandavat, that time Ambarish said, no, why you are giving Dandavat? You are superior to me in all respects. Then Durvasa said, no, I know I went to Supreme Lord, so I want to beg forgiveness from you. Then Ambarish Maharaj said to Sudarshan, whatever pious activities I did, I am giving the fruit to this Brahmin, you don't kill him. The Sudarshan did not do anything, because Durvasa committed offense to Vaishnav, not to king. Though Ambarish Maharaj is both king and Vaishnava, but he committed offense to him as a Vaishnava because he was following Ekadashi. So then Ambarish Maharaj said, I am not a devotee. No devotee thinks I am devotee. They cannot have such false ego, pride. So he told, I am not a devotee, but if by chance I did something at any time to satisfy Krishna, then I am giving the fruit of that to this Brahmin, you don't disturb him. Then Sudarshan left. Then Durvasa Rishi became very happy. And he said, today I saw the glory of Anantadas, of devotee of Krishna. Today I saw. And they took prasad together. And then after that, Durvasa Rishi went everywhere, all 3 worlds, singing the glories of pure devotee. Though externally Durvasa Rishi is superior, he is sannyasi and Brahmin, but Ambarish is kshatriya and grihastha, but he is a devotee. Durvasa is jnani, a yogi. He is also devotee, but here he was playing pastime of not understanding devotion. He played the pastime only to show the glory of real devotee. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur wrote there. Durvasa Rishi is also devotee, but here he played such pastimes. So in this way we can see from Shastra, in Mahaprabhu's example, he was doing kirtan, and Ambarish Maharaj was doing this as a devotion to Vishnu, and he was fully protected. So we have to observe Ekadashi for Krishna's satisfaction, not for other those benefits mentioned in Karma Kant section. You will get fame, you will get money, or no. It is one limb of devotion. 64 limbs of devotion Rupa Goswami wrote. It is one of the first 10. First is take shelter of bona fide guru, then take initiation, then instruction, then serve him, then do these devotional practices. Ekadashi is there. It's very important, so we have to observe all our gurus by their example. Mahaprabhu also. It is very potent practice. Once also they asked, I don't know who asked, maybe someone asked Radharani that if there is anything we can do to satisfy Krishna, which will satisfy him most, then Radharani said, you have to follow Ekadashi. Very important point. And do more bhajan as much as possible. Some devotees, even in Kali Yuga, they will do whole night, they will do kirtan also. So it is possible. So we are hearing SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM. We heard that 4 Kumaras came to Prithu Maharaj, and Prithu Maharaj worshipped them and then asked how we can be in material existence, how can there be good fortune for us? We think sense gratification is the goal of life. How can there be any good fortune for us, and how we can be rescued from Maya and attain the real ultimate goal of life, which is Satchidananda? Then Kumara said, yes, it is conclusion of all Shastra. We heard yesterday, we heard this verse. It has been conclusively decided in the scriptures after due consideration, means deeply thinking what Shastra is saying, that the ultimate goal for the welfare of human society is detachment from the bodily concept of life, which also means when I'm thinking I'm this body, then I have desires related to body, thinking they are mine. So when you remove this misconception of self, also these anarthas automatically they are removed. So detachment from the bodily concept of life and increased and steadfast attachment for the Supreme Lord, who is transcendental beyond the modes of material nature. This is Mother Devahuti, she said, because Kapil Bhagavan said same thing. If you get attachment to Supreme Lord, you will be rescued from Maya. If you have attachment to Maya, you will be in bondage. Then Mother Devahuti said, but how I can become attached to Nirguna Bhagavan, beyond three gunas? I cannot see him. And also in deity form, he's only standing, he's not speaking. How I can become attached to him? I become attached to these non-eternal relations because I can speak with them. I can relate with them, all these things, exchange thoughts, so I become attached. But Supreme Lord is not speaking with me. Then how I can get attachment? Then Bhagavan said, Kapil Bhagavan said, you can associate with devotees, pure devotees. They are speaking and they are moving. You can exchange thoughts with them, you can associate this. When you become attached to devotees, that attachment is automatically to Supreme Lord. So that process. So here is transcendental, but we can attain his service given by his devotees. In this way we can have connection with him. Though he is transcendental, but devotees will give us his service. Chanting Harinam, they will give us deity, mantra, shastra. All these are transcendental items, and prasad also. Transcendental items appearing in this world. And Vaishnava, Mahaprasade Govinda Namo Brahmani Vaishnava. Bhagavatam also it's transcendental. Then also we heard yesterday this verse. Attachment for the Supreme Lord can be increased by practicing devotional service. How? Inquiring about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Parikshit Maharaj is all the time asking about the Lila of Supreme Lord and of his devotees. Inquiry, this we should ask. Then applying Bhakti Yoga in life, following 4 regulative principles, offering bhoga to Krishna, taking his prasad, and other items of Bhakti Yoga in life, worshipping the Yogeshwara, means worshipping Archan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and by hearing and chanting about the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We have to hear Harikatha from pure devotees or from authentic scripture. And we have to repeat that. That is Kirtan. What we heard, that we have to speak, not from our own mind. imagination. No, what we heard, that we have to repeat for our own purification. These actions are pious in themselves. Anyone who will do them knowingly, unknowingly, it will have effect. Like Ajamil, he chanted Harinam, and it worked because their example is given. If you put your finger into fire, it will burn whether you know the burning effect of fire or not. It will do. If you take medicine, it will work, though you may not know what is contained in that medicine. It will work. So all these items, prasad, bhagavatam, harinam, all this, they are pious in themselves. Artendriya Rama Sagoshti Atrishnaya Tat Sama Tanam Aparigrahena Cha Viviktarucha Paritosha Atmani Vina Harer Guna Piyusha Panat. One has to make progress in spiritual life by not associating with persons who are simply interested in sense gratification and making money. Asat Sangatya Kai Vaishnavachar. Stri Sangi Ek Asadu Krishna Abhakta Ar. Mahaprabhu told. This is one limb of devotional service, to give up association of non-devotees. You will find in the letters of Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, many times he is repeating this. This you have to give up association non-devotees, because that will take you to other goals. Rupa Goswami also he mentioned 2 times in Upadeshamrita, Sanga Tyagat and Jana Sanga. Jana Sanga is prohibited. One item prohibited, to associate with non-devotees. And when he's giving what is to be done, Sanga Tyagat, you give up that association with non-devotees. So that is very important. That does not mean you will hate them, but you will not associate with them with love, because that will take you to other goals. Not only such persons, but one who associates with such persons should be avoided also. One, that Stri Sangi, Eka Sadhu, Krishna Bhaktar. Stri Sangi, one who associates with opposite sex for sense enjoyment. It does not mean only woman. It is woman for man and man for woman. If for sense enjoyment, this association you should give up, and also those who associate with such persons. That also. And Krishna Bhakta, they are Mayavadis. They are another type. One is Bhogis, they want to enjoy this world. And another, they are illusionists, Mayavadis, false renunciates. They reject even Krishna. They think Krishna is Maya. So that is also bad association. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur said of these two, Bhogi is better than Mayavadi. Bhogi can by sadhu sangha quickly come out from that. But Mayavadi, they are aparadi. Once that enters inside, it is very difficult to change him. It is not impossible, but more difficult. Ajamil, he was Bhogi, but not offender. So very quickly he was rescued. But if Mayavad, then there is more difficult. One should mold his life in such a way that he cannot live in peace without drinking the nectar of the glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari. Again, one should mold his life in such a way that he cannot live in peace without drinking the nectar of the glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari. One can be thus elevated by being disgusted with the taste for sense enjoyment. There is practical example our Gurudev told many times. Once in Kolkata, our mat, there was a big storm there. No one could go any place. So in the mat there were only brahmacharis, those who were staying. No one came, no any other devotees, they came. Harikatha, only one elderly lady, she came. Then, and she was hearing Harikatha. Then Gurudev, after he asked her, how is it possible? Such bad weather, no one came, only you came. How is it possible? Then she said, yes, I was at home and they were all speaking that worldly topics. All the time worldly topics speaking. I was feeling suffocation. I could not breathe. Suffocation. I had to come. I wanted to hear Harikatha. I wanted to hear about Krishna. I could not remain there. Then Gurudev praised her. Yes, your Atma is awakened now. You feel the food of Atma, the hunger of Atma you are feeling now. That is why in all circumstances you want. So here, for Kumaras, Chatursan, they are saying, you cannot live in peace without Harikatha. This stage we have to attain, or you cannot be at peace without chanting Harinam. You will feel something is missing. So those whose Atma is awakened, some household devotees, they came to our Gurudev they said, we have desire to come to the mat and to hear Harikatha and to Kirtan. We have desire, but we are so busy. We have so many responsibilities, duties. For you, it is very easy. You are only chanting Haribol, 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 everything coming. So you can have time, but we have so much duties, though we have desire. Then Gurudev smiled and said, then how Ambarish Maharaj could find time? You are maybe having 1-2 shops, but Ambarish Maharaj was the owner of whole world. How he can find time for service of Supreme Lord? The point is, we are not feeling the necessity. Necessity is the mother of invention. When you feel necessity, you will find a way. But if you don't feel necessity, then Gurudev asked them, you are so busy, but do you eat? They said, yes, of course we eat. How many times? At least 3 times or 4 times, because that is necessary. If we don't eat, then how we will work? That is necessary. We have to take time for this. Guru said, you take time also, you are so busy, but you take time to eat. So, because you are thinking you are this body, so you feel only bodily necessities. But you are not now realizing that you are Atma. And the food for Atma is Paramatma. So without Paramatma you cannot live, you cannot be at peace. So how Ambarish Maharaj could do? He's a household devotee, he's not sannyasi. But how he found time? Because necessity is the mother of invention. So here, 4 Kumaras, they are saying that you cannot live in peace without Harikatha. Then, if one will practice in this way, this Bhakti Yoga, one can be thus elevated by being disgusted with the taste for sense enjoyment. He will not want this. In Ambarish Maharaj's kingdom, they were hearing Harikatha, So they did not have any other desire for sense enjoyment, nothing, because higher taste. There also Naratan Thakur said, Loba sadhu sange harikatha. We should engage greed not for worldly things, but to go to sadhu sangha, to sadhus, to hear harikatha. For that we should be greedy. When we hear harikatha, then this will happen. We will lose taste for sense enjoyment. So I want to inform you that tomorrow I am going to Vienna, Radha Govinda Gauriya Math, because Srila Bhaktivinoda Bodhayan Gosai Maharaj is coming there for 3 days program. So tomorrow I will try to broadcast his Harikatha from there, same this Facebook live here. I am not sure about the timing yet, but it could be like around 7:45 or 8 or like this. I'm not sure, depends how fast Arati will finish and Kirtan and when Maharaj will speak, but around that time. So for these 3 days we will hear Harikatha from him. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Ji ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Panchatatatmak Shri Gaura Huri ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Shri Shri Radha Nayananath Ji ki Jai. Jai Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai. Jai Shri Jagannath Dev ki Jai. Jai Patit Pavan Shila Gurudev ki Jai. Jai Shila Parang Gurudev ki Jai. Jai Shila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Shri Rupanuga Guruvare ki Jai. Jai Shri Panchatattva Prabhu ki Jai. Jai Shri Brinda Devi Tulsi Devi ki Jai. Jai Sarva Vigna Vinashanakari Shri Nrishingha Dev ki Jai. Jai Shri SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM ki Jai. Jai Shri Pritu Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Shri Chatu San ki Jai. Jai Shri Haribasar Titi Bara ki Jai. Jai Shri Indira Ekadashi Titi Bara ki Jai. Jai Shri Ekadashi Brata ki Jai. Jai Brata Palankari Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Jai Shri Ambarish Maharaj ki Jai. जय श्री श्रीवासांगने श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तनकारी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर परमानंदे हरि बोल। थैंक यू ऑल। दंडवत प्रणाम। हरि बोल।